Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to Total Talk. I got some great guys, our Wall of Famers. They love to come back home and show Coach Johnson some love. To my right, I have Reginald Johnson Jr. that plays at University of Colorado over there with Dion. To my left, I have Big Garrison Madden, playing USC. You see it on his chest. Guys, we're glad to have y'all, man. Thank y'all for just always showing love, man, and coming back home, man, and never forgetting where you come from. I appreciate that most than anything. But I want to start with you. We talking about trusting the process. I remember when you was young, man. We started training with us when I was one of your first football coaches. The wind used to blow you down. I remember that his pants be bigger than his legs, his thigh pants. But I tell you, man, when he was a hard worker, I remember that, boy. You get a good win, that's all, man. But it's not where you started, but it's where you end up. Like, what happened to that little skinny kid that was 6 years old, man, that played on the McDonough Cougars football team, that's coming here and training with us to get his speed faster in the off season. Now to be playing for Prime, man, like tell us, tell the world your process.
Yeah. Process was really just all about just trusting the process, staying true to yourself. Really just not.
Yeah.
Just being just a guy.
Yeah.
It was great. Being able to play with y'all with me.
Yeah.
Start my foundation off.
Yes, sir.
And it was kind of just like being kind of like underlooked and undersized. Starting off, but just working my way up, just staying head down grinding. That's my biggest emphasis, but just head down grinding, just working my way up to high school, being able to develop and getting offers, and just being able to be somebody in the community that can come back and be a good face and a solid face around here.
Right, and I remember, man, me and your daddy, we Facebook friends, man, and buddies. He always keep it, and I said, man, RJ 6 feet, 6'1", 6'2", and he almost 6'3", like, man. And I'm seeing you balling at Eagles Landing Christian Academy, man. I think I saw you at the Wake Forest camp.
Oh yeah.
And where you got an offer there, and I was like, man, listen, RJ, man, he looking good. He ain't that skinny kid no more. But look at it, man. But look where you are now, man, because you trusted the process. And remember, you wasn't the best football player back then, but you was a good player.
Yeah.
You was always a good player that we can count on. But you was a pit bull. You were tough, man. You were tough. You had that dog in you from a young age, and I saw that. And it's just a blessing to see where you're at today, man. So, man, just keep trusting the process, man. You're doing an awesome job. Now, over here to Garrison Madden. Now, this is a young man that we used to call him RoboCop. He come out, he was just guy like this, he was like this, that's RoboCop, man. But he started training with us in the 5th grade or so, something like that. And I could tell that he was going to be a football player back then, a great athlete. And he went on and played football his freshman year, then went on to play basketball, and then long lost son, he came back and said, no, I need to be playing football. And you came back your junior year, man. And, it was all right. You had to get your feet back settled because you ain't played football in 2 years. But how did you trust the process, man, to get back? Then your senior year, you end up getting all these Power 4 offers, man, all these D1 offers out of nowhere, man. But tell the world about your process, man.
Man, so like you said, not playing my freshman and sophomore years and just doing basketball and track and decided to come back to football. That's on my heart.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, just starting off just kind of rocky at first, just getting back used to it. At the end of my junior years when I kind of then started coming in just a little bit, not many, but I'm glad it happened that way because going into my senior year, it was like, okay, you have something to work for, and that's that just goes with trusting the process. I'll speak more on it after, but then that put a fire under me just to go get it and allow me to be where I am now. Put that work in, but just with trusting the process, man, just it's tough at times because like you said, a lot of outside noise, things not going your way, not seeing instant progress, but just know, I just put my head down and work and just knew eventually everything would pay off and, keeping my faith in God, letting him guide me in the right direction. And, That's
Exactly, and you know, and that's what's pretty much in college, you know, and a lot of people, I tell people, you know, you got to be patient. You know, like I was saying the last conversation, you know, you got to be patient. Waiting and being patient is two different things. Waiting means you're not doing anything in my book, but if you're being patient, it means you're working in the process. But I'm still patient,
right.
and I know both of y'all been working. Both of y'all have been you know, coming up the depth chart. You know, when you go to big schools like USC, Alabama, Colorado, a lot of times you got to come in there and you got to pay the dues.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they ain't gonna just open up the Red Sea and like, hey, here you starting because you're a freshman. You got to pay your dues.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of young people, they miss that. You know what I mean about paying your dues. I want to leave. If I don't pay my first year, I'm gone. They jumping in the transfer portal and stuff like that. But Garrison, I want to start with you. You played a good amount this year, you know what I mean. But tell me, man, like you could have easily transferred, but you took that opportunity to be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna get my degree. I'm gonna get everything out of USC. You know, before whatever I want to do, I'm gonna always be a man with options. But now you're on the forefront of being the guy at USC, man. Tell us that process, because I remember speaking with you last year, like, Coach, you know. Well, we had some talks, you know what I mean? But go and explain to everybody, man.
Man, like what you said first with getting my degree.
Yes.
You know, I'm a student first, athlete second. So,
There you go.
You know, I came to school to play football, but I also, you know, went to get my degree.
Yes,
So
sir.
that was my main priority before anything.
Right.
You know, that's what, you know, my parents always gonna look
And
at.
your mama gonna make sure you get that degree, Mrs. Madden.
That degree is gonna matter after football is all said and done.
Yeah.
So that's the most important thing for sure.
Wow.
But just sticking it out though, like I said, just trusting the process, keeping my head down, working, and like I said, just keeping my faith, man. Like hard work pays off.
Amen.
In the end, it always does. So I said, just keeping my head down and working. And trusting the process of everything.
Right, exactly. And with you, you know, you coming from Georgia, you 3,000 plus miles away. USC picking guys that's in their backyard, so you know you had to be better than the rest. Like you got to be better than the rest because you know, like when the next time they're gonna get a Georgia athlete, you see what I'm saying? It's gonna go to USC. You're gonna get them, but you know you get the ones in your backyard, yeah, exactly, and stuff like that. So that mentality you have of beating people, you know, in races like this guy ran the 10.5 in the 100
Right.
in high school, 10.5, man. So he a blazer. He's super fast. So yeah, he's one of probably the fastest linebackers in America, in the nation. Trust me, in the nation. And he plays for USC, and he's number 41, Garrison Madden. So yeah, man. But it's just the mentality of it all, man. So what's your mindset when you go out there? Is it like I got something to prove?
Man, you know, like I said, my story, you know, itself, I just always felt I had a chip on my shoulder to not only, not necessarily prove others wrong, but prove myself right that, you know, I can do this. So just keeping a chip on my shoulder. I feel like that you have to always have something that motivates you, whether, you know, it can be somebody else, it can be yourself, your situation, you know, who you're doing it for, what you're doing it for. So just going back on, and even looking back to where I started, you know, that's motivating me as well.
Exactly.
So man, just keeping a chip on my shoulder, just to dominate and just keep going.
That's good, man. Well, you're gonna do great, big man. You just keep it up, man. You're on the right track.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Now let's turn the tables over here to Mr. RJ. What is like, man, playing for? Everybody want to know. What is it like playing for prime time?
Man,
playing for Deion Sanders. Give us some details about that.
Yeah, man, it's great playing for Coach Prime, man. Coach Prime is a leader, man. He's great. You know, I play DB, so
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my specialty. So
Yes, sir.
it was when I got the opportunity to go to transfer to Colorado, it was kind of like a no-brainer.
Right.
He's a great coach. He has a great support staff around him.
Yeah.
A lot of NFL former coaches, former players that are now coaches.
Yeah.
They're there. So he has a great foundation to lean on as well as him.
Okay, cool, man. Now is he on camera? We see he's the motivational coach.
Okay.
He make you want to run through a brick wall. But how is he like? Is he a stickler on being on time?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, like working hard? Is what's the practice like? The competitiveness and things like that. Talk about it.
It's definitely competitive, man. Coach Palm, him back in the day going at it with other guys. So yeah, he basically instilled that in his team, just being competitive, being responsible, being on time. Like me starting 15 minutes before, like he said me start at 8 o'clock, but you better be sitting down by 7
Is that right?
o'clock.
Oh man.
You never know. Sometimes he might come in 7:50, so you never want to just push it.
Dang, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's great though because he holds all of us accountable, and it's kind of like a pro mindset. Like he treats us like pros. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Like pros. So by the time we get there, we kind of already adjusted to it and know how everything goes.
Right. That's cool, man. How do you deal with the noise? Because everybody's on your sideline. You know what I mean? Everybody they want to be around the success. You know how it is, man. How do y'all deal with that, man?
You just gotta drown out the noise. You gotta keep the main thing the main thing.
There you go.
You gotta keep your circle tight. You gotta have a strong foundation.
Yeah.
I got great parents that I can easily reach out to, and easily they have my back, and whatever I'm going through, or even coaches around, like everybody, we all dealing with the same thing. So we all going through everything together. So we kind of builds everybody closer because it's a lot of outside noise, as you all know.
Yeah, it is.
You can easily get distracted by just hearing some things and coming in feeling some type of way, but you can't.
Yeah,
it's one band, one sound.
Can't believe the hype, man. Can't buy into the hype, man.
You can't.
So, this past season, a redshirt freshman, he was at Arkansas before. He was on our Wall of Fame in Arkansas, so we got to leave the initial school he was with.
I know.
You know what I mean? I wish I could change it, but they got to get initial school. And you went to a University of Colorado and stuff, but now you played behind Shiloh Sanders.
Yeah.
He's getting ready to go to the NFL draft, and now pretty much the opportunity is open for you to take the lead on it and stuff like that, So going forward, how are you going to trust the process going forward, being that starter or being that guy that's playing on, as you can say, America's team? You know what I mean?
Cowboys,
like the Cowboys, America's team in college, So go right ahead.
Yeah, it's just great because a lot of the older guys, they're great leaders. Him, Shiloh, and Seven, Kim, and Craig, they're great leaders. So they push us, and we seen what it's like for them. So we already know the process and what it takes to be great and to dominate on that level. And also, they had me playing some corner this past season too. So just being able to be versatile, playing a little corner, playing a little safety too. Because Coach Palm specializes in corner. So
yeah, that is right.
That's what I used to play growing up. Corner.
Yeah, you was like corner. You was a shutdown corner for us, man.
So just being able to do that and just being able to trust the process. And,
trust the process.
Yeah, there you go again.
Trust the process, baby. You got to trust it.
Oh, yeah. Sitting behind those guys and just learning from them and just seeing how everything moves and just seeing how the older guys respond to the younger guys and seeing how they incorporated some of the other transfers and made us feel like it's a brotherhood. So I'm just looking forward to being able to step into that role and being that older guy on the team and take some of the younger guys and some of the new guys that we get in this portal my wing.
That's cool, man. And you're number 5?
Yes, sir. Number 5.
Okay,
yes,
so y'all look out for Reginald Johnson Jr., number 5.
Yeah.
For the Colorado Buffs.
Stadium near you.
Start coming to a stadium near you. Yeah, he can play it all, and you play wide receiver also.
And that's the other thing too.
You got good ball skill. Yeah, you got good ball skills.
He allows us to play both sides. If you can do it, he'll definitely let you play both sides. We got 4 or 5 guys on the team from last year that was able to play, wear great jerseys and play both sides. So just being able to play for a head coach that understands you and that understands what it takes and what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. Just looking at what Travis and Shedeur and all them guys did this year, and just being able to follow in their footsteps is something great.
Setting the standard, man.
Setting the standard.
So we're gonna be seeing you at a little wide out this year too.
Hey, man. Hey, that's the plan, man.
Okay.
And that's the plan.
Dude, are y'all on schedule to play each other? I know you're used to playing.
Yeah.
Being former Pac-12.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay.
We just stole their quarterback from high school.
Oh, is that right?
Hey, it's go Woods, baby.
Oh yeah. Juju, little Juju. Oh man, that's cool, man. And, because he was at USC.
Yeah, he was committed.
All the time, really.
Well, like a year.
I mean, it's a business,
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Exactly. Yeah, it is a business, man. Well, we'll talk about how fast is it, playing playing on game day. You know what I mean? A lot of kids, because the game has to slow down to you at some point. When you come out there, your freshman year is fast. It's moving 100 miles an hour, but after a while, it slows down for you. When did the game slow down for you?
Man, to really be honest with you, it's really just starting to slow down for me.
Right.
You know, my first couple of years, it was kind of adjustment for me because my senior year, my junior year in high school, I was playing nickel. So I'm from the out.
That's the hot
Yes,
I know about that.
It's from the outside looking in, where
Right.
seeing everything. So moving into the box in college, it was definitely an adjustment for me. So
Right.
now it's just starting to slow down for me, get more comfortable. But
Right.
like with game day, man, it's a whole different speed. You're seeing practice. Once game day comes, it's different. Everything
Right.
is.
Oh,
So it's really slowing it down, but it really helps.
Man, that's cool, man. That's cool. That's awesome, man. So how are you going to trust the process going forward? Like what's your plan? Because now you stepped into the role as being that guy that waited your turn. You know what I mean? You was patient. Now it's your turn. So where we go from here?
Man, I sat behind a lot of older guys, so just seeing what they did and what helped them be successful really is going to help me moving forward to put those things in place, develop a routine and something I can stick to in order to help me be successful this year.
Right, exactly. Okay. Man, I always tell people, a lot of times there's linebacker, D line, O line. A lot of times they're gonna red shirt, even the DBs. If they don't have a need for in the church, they're gonna red shirt you because they want you to learn the system. And once you get bigger and stronger, now you playing Mike linebacker.
Mike Will.
Mike Will, so you got to fight on some of them big, the Big Ten.
Big 10 years.
Offensive 6'6", 6'7".
6'7".
I played against Michigan, so I know about them big old jokers, man. Them jokers like trees. You see what I'm saying? You can't let them get your hands on you.
They get hands on you.
It's over. It's a done deal to take you for a ride. Well, that's cool, man. Well, I wish the best to you, man. I know great things in store for you. You're always a humble young man. You as well. Y'all can do some great things, guys. I always speak life to these athletes. As a coach, you speak to their potential. I see the All-American in you. I see the All-American in you. You remind me of Dalvin Thompson that had to wait his turn at Alabama. Then when his turn came, he took off. He's another young man that came out of our program. I don't know if you remember Dalvin Thompson. He plays for the Cleveland Browns now, whatever. But he's been in the league a while, man. And just saying with you, man, you got the prototype size. You know what I mean? And you got the mindset. So it's just a matter of time, man. When you meet your opportunity, and I know y'all great. Now the world's gonna find out you're great. You know what I mean?
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate y'all being on the show, man. And we're gonna get y'all back again. Yeah. Thank y'all for coming home. Thank y'all for coming home.
This is where I started. Man.
Yeah, that's it.
And them summer days in the garage.
In the garage, there you go. Yeah. How does y'all like talking to some of the athletes, the kids? Because when they see y'all, it gives them like a vision that I can do it too. I can be a RJ. I can be a Manning. Because I know when y'all came in there, all the kids were like, oh, look. They see you, DJ, Popo, all y'all, man. And they want to be where y'all at, man.
That's like we were talking about, that motivation. That's something else that keeps me going.
Right.
Of course, in the position that we're at, man, we're doing good. But it's like, when I'm not where I want to be, I look back like, okay, I have people that's looking up to me. So, that's what keeps me going to take off from there. So,
man, that's good, man. That's it. That's what the leader's all about. Because you got the people behind you that's watching you. You know what I mean? If you can do it, then it gives them inspiration. They can do it too. This kid come from McDonough, Georgia. He come out a total athlete. If he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
And success breeds success. I tell a lot of times we are guilty by association, but we are successful by association.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what I love about the total athlete. Y'all keep coming back, pouring into these young men and young girls that come into, because it's not just football. You got basketball, volleyball, softball. It's a life.
It's bigger than ball.
It's a blueprint for it all. Exactly. Bigger than ball, man. So I just appreciate y'all, man. Thanks so much, man. Y'all continue to trust the process.
Okay, Okay, now y'all know y'all couldn't leave me out. Mama had to come and get some love from her babies. Even though I birthed him, I birthed you. You know, it's all love. It's been love since I met him. I literally love him. I got to tell his mom and dad, thank you for sharing him with me because you can't separate. If I could cut my heart into little pieces or whatever, it would be equal pieces because I love these boys. But I just wanted to talk about the balance, right? So we know that you're tough, right? We know that you're a dog. We know that we put you in front of the best competition in the world so that when you got to this point, you wouldn't be afraid, right? A dog, see another dog, hey, that's neat, right? But I just want to know, like, from the mother side, you know, what was it that you got from us that you could come to us that maybe not necessarily you could go to dad too, right? What were some of those things and how did that help you in your process?
So, of course, it's been a long journey, of course. I would say, it's been a lot of things, I had to learn. And it comes down to the mental part again, coming in, you things aren't going as planned. You were the guy in your city, your high school city or whatever. Now you're going to college, there's a lot of good athletes. There's things you learn. So you go out, me personally, I went into, a little moment where I was, I don't know if you want to say depressed, so I was very hard on myself. And, of course, you need that person to lean on, you know what I'm saying? And really it just comes down to, just having that relationship, with my mom and just being able to call you guys and tell you guys, how this is going, how should I go about and just, hear things, hearing you guys motivate me and pushing me, you know what I'm saying? Then it's another day. So, it's definitely, I would say the people you have in your bunch is the best recipe for that because you're gonna go through things a lot, especially being in the position you is and in life. And that's why I think this football game is so special because you're gonna go through a lot of things and having people you can lean your head on to ask questions or for whatever you may need is very good for you.
Thank you, son. Connie, we're doing a good job. Your mama, I just love him. All right, DJ.
Yeah, I feel like I can talk to both my parents about anything. I feel like I can talk to my dad about anything. I feel like I talk to my mom about anything. I feel like having two people you can talk to about anything that's like a great combination, stuff like that. But like my mom helped me out with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like I call my mom about anything, just like I call my dad about anything. You know what I mean? Like I call my mom about football, anything. Like she don't always have the answers for it, but sometimes she just be listening, stuff like that. And just for her listening, that plays like a key part and stuff like that, though. Yeah.
So how do y'all feel when y'all get those texts from mom? How do y'all feel when y'all get those check-ins from mom?
When I be getting my baby to interrupt people, when I be getting check-ins, sometimes I be in practice. Like my mom, my whole schedule and stuff like that. I don't be seeing it sometimes. Sometimes I be in study hall. She texting me stuff like that, sending me quotes and stuff like that. I won't even sit there. I have my phone off, listening to music while I'm trying to study, while I be with my tutor, stuff like that. I be right in practice. It's a 99.9% chance I'm gonna get a text right after either while I'm in practice or right after practice, I'm getting a text from my mom every day. Hasn't been that one day where I ain't getting that one text from my mom and stuff like that though. But yeah,
So how do you feel because I text him too. I make it a point. Absolutely. It's not just them. I make it a point to text our boys, our sons, our family, somebody every day.
And I think that's the biggest thing. You have these relationships, growing up or whatever, but it's like the biggest thing is how can you keep them? And being in college, coming up on my second year, I remember texting you like, look, I got hurt or something like that. You praying for me or whatever. Like, I think that's special. And there's a lot of things people look over that you're able to keep these relationships no matter where you go. But, as far as the message and all that helps you out, you know what I'm saying? We, in this college world, a lot, we're NIL with a lot of things. We deal with a lot of people, a lot of hate, a lot of things on social media, a lot of things. So a lot of people don't understand that, we also human, so we go through things too mentally. And just once again, just being able to get motivation from, people we love, people we're around, I think is the best thing for us.
All right. So I will say this. I think that, just coming from the female space, the mom space or whatever, of boys, or excuse me, young men, right? It's important that we keep them level. We keep them on the right track and that you are staying in touch with them to just kind of make sure that they're calibrated, right? Because they're being pulled so many different directions from football and from girls, right?
Yeah.
From girls, so I get those stories too. So part of trusting the process to me means making sure that as they're being processed, that they know that they can always call home and hear from a trusted person who has their back, not just because they're in the spotlight now. This is something that has been going on since they were
Yeah, 10 years
10 years old. You know, these talks are not new. So my voice is not new. Our voices are not new. And in a world where it's sometimes hard to tell the real from the fake, right? Real from the fake, from the
Absolutely.
ladies,
Yeah.
and then from we would just call representatives, people coming at you, trying to give you money or trying to get something from you. It's important to be able to call back and have that stability and know that you're going to get the real. But even if you do make a mistake, that we are really still here for you.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about NIL now.
Mhm.
What is the biggest change that you've seen on your team or just in football period now that it's really basically, it could be considered pay for play or free agency?
I would just say, man, it's the word is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just where it's going. I'm not sure where it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? But where it's at now, it's a little crazy. You know, but it's definitely a mind thing. You know, with the players coming out of high school or even in college, transfer portal. You know, getting paid. But it's a lot of things people don't realize, you know, and I think it takes a strong mindset to uphold all that because, you know, you're getting paid and all this stuff, but you're dealing with, you know, some people come from families that don't have that type of, you know, stability or whatever, and they're getting it from the family or they're either giving it from the fans, and that's where it comes back in place where, you know, you can't trust everyone. You got people you can call, you know, like yourself and like people like Coach Dwight and stuff like that. But it's a learning thing, you know what I'm saying? And it's something that you sit back and you have to learn, you have to ask questions and all that, because with the NIL, you know, you're getting paid so much money and you might not know how to handle that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there's been incidents in the NFL, even in college, where stuff people blow it or either get scammed, whatever. And, you know, and now when you have money, you know, everybody want to be in your face and all that. So it's definitely a good thing as far as, you know, for players that, you know, that need it and don't have it or whatever. But it's a lot of cons to it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of pros and cons to it, and some of those cons, you know, being like, you know, you not having when things go bad or whatever, not having people to speak to because people are taking advantage of you and stuff like that. So yeah, you could talk about it, you know, for as long as you want. I can talk about it as long as I want, as far as where this is going. But it's a lot of pros and cons to the NIL. Yeah.
DJ, what do you think?
Yeah, I think NIL is like the new free agency. You can consider college sports a professional sport now because dudes getting paid millions and stuff like that, hundreds of thousands and stuff like that. But I haven't really experienced too much of it. I am in the future and stuff like that though. But yeah, I like NIL, but you just have to be you just got to stay hungry with being NIL. You know, if you get paid like big bank stuff like that, you gotta produce big bank stuff and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you gotta stay consistent and stuff like that. You can't get complacent and what's the word? Complacent.
Complacent is
Yeah,
good.
complacent.
Complacent, that's fine. So do you see in the NIL space, either one of you can take this, do you see in the NIL space that it is making players what I will call, because I love Rocky, is it making people more civilized,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
And do you see more excuses?
Absolutely. You know, the NIL has definitely changed a lot of things in this game, you know. Some people like it, some people don't. But yeah, it's definitely made, I don't want to use the word complacent, but you know, these kids get paid this type of money and they feel like they don't gotta work as hard. And that could be one of the cons right there where they, you know, me, myself personally, I know that, you know, whatever is happening now, that's pretty much nothing of, you know, from where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in the NFL. So whatever this is now is not something, honestly, it motivates me to work harder. But I don't know if I could say the same about other people. So I think that's one thing that's going on out there. Some players are taking it to where they can be complacent and they already got this. They don't got to work as hard. And that's not the right mindset to have. You know, you get this, it's a business now. You know, they expect for you to do this and that. Your mindset got to be on that. You got to come to work each and every day just like you have to do in the real world.
DJ.
I mean, sure, no matter if I'm getting paid $200,000, the amount I'm getting paid now, I'm still work. It don't matter. I got the same mindset I've been having. I don't really care about that. I care about getting to NFL and playing years in the NFL and stuff like that. This college, like, no, I mean, it's good playing college and stuff like that, though, but in the end, and the main goal is to play the NFL. And, yeah.
Make your plan A work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm proud of you.
And,
too.
yeah, I'm glad Dad said that he behind the camera. I'm glad he said that. I don't got no plan B. This is my plan A, stuff like that. This is I'm putting my all in this. So when we got plan B, I mean, you put in 80% of your effort into your plan A, 20% of your effort into your think about your plan B. I only think about my plan B. I know this, I know this gotta work.
Absolutely.
And it's gonna work.
So I was gonna stop, but this is a whole mentality, and I'm just gonna touch on this because you're gonna get some maybe unpopular feedback, right? Of making this just your plan A simply because it is professional sports or your desire is to make it to that highest level. And people are instantly going to say what? Hey man, you have to have a plan B. Look how many people, do you know how many people want to do this? Do you know that less than 1% of people make it where you're trying to go? How do you stay focused on the plan A when the world is telling you have to have a B?
Honestly, it's just, just feeling like, you go through things, and it's just pretty much just understanding all the work you put in your whole life. I put all 20 years of my life, I've been had a mindset to make it to the NFL, you know what I'm saying? So I put in all this work, all these years. My mind is set to do that, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care too much what other people think or what they're telling me. I can think about, I can take it in. If it sounds good, I'll take it. But I'll have my mind set on one thing and just keeping my head on that. You're going to have a lot of distractions, and that's just in life in general. You get good things, whatever. You're going to have a lot of distractions. It's about what you want to do and who, if anybody step in your way of doing that, you know what you got to do.
I just like people who say, you should think about plan B, stuff like that. Their mindset is you don't have the same. You obviously don't have the same mindset as they do, stuff like that though, because they didn't accomplish their dreams, so they're trying to shoot down your dreams. Basically telling you you need to focus on your plan. Plan B, plan A might not work, stuff like that. No, it's gonna work, stuff like that. I'm all into this plan A, so it will work. You put your all into something, it's gonna work. Cream of the crop will rise to the top.
All right.
There you go.
Well, y'all, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be, and I say this humbly, because I know your mom is going to be watching, but your mom knows I love you, right?
Absolutely.
So I always honor your mom, but it is an honor. It is a blessing to love you too, to love all our sons and daughters, because we call it family. Like, we are heavy on family here. And it has been a blessing just to watch you for half of your life. And I think that's what people have to understand. They're only 19, 20 years old, and they have been fighting for this plan A for over half of their lives. There's not many grown people that can say that they fought for their dreams for half of their lives. And I just want to say thank you for letting me be a part of the journey.
Absolutely.
Thank you for letting me be a trusted confidant, and just know always, 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 I don't care, that you can make me one of your part of your plan A.
Absolutely.
We'll tell you the truth. We'll love on you. And you won't ever have to worry about that word being that word. All right? I love y'all.
Right.
All right, my husband.